All right, guys, so I just want to do a quick video on the difference between mechatronics and robotics. And when it comes to a career path or it comes to going to college for one of the two of these subjects. So on this channel, we talk all things automation and robotics, manufacturing. We have a podcast where we talk about career paths and whatnot, but I like to make these extra videos as well. So make sure you hit the subscribe button and follow us for more of this type of content. Now, when it comes to mechatronics and robotics, they're actually very, very similar, and there's probably not any two degrees that are as similar as these two degrees in our industry. So what really differentiates these two degrees from one another? And I can very easily point it out with just one word or a few sentences, and that is programming. Robotics is gonna have a lot more that's involved on the programming side of things, and it's also very specifically going to include things such as robotic arms, like a 6-axis robot. You may have seen Fanuc or Yaskawa or KUKA or Universal Robot. These are all some different robot manufacturers that are on the market. A robotics type of course will absolutely include one of these robotic type of arms. Now, there's other arms as well outside of a 6-axis. There's SCARA robots, spider robots, AMRs and AGVs, but a robotics type of class will, or a robotics type of course will have much more topics related to robotics themselves. Whereas mechatronics will have a lot more on the mechanical side of things. Like robotics will get a little bit into mechanical, but it actually excludes a lot of mechanical in the sense of like gearboxes and conveyors or drivetrain systems for automated pieces of equipment. It gets a lot deeper in like bearings and some of those other topics such as mechanical alignment in the mechatronics degree. However, in the mechatronics degree, you will get exposure to PLCs, PLC programming, I/O, which is also very much involved with the robotics type of degree. You're gonna also deal with PLCs and deal with I/O and deal with tooling. When I say tooling, I mean like robot tooling or fixturing, which is something that would hold a part. So definitely take a look at the degree itself, because the degree that the college offers will actually dictate a lot on what the differences are between programs. And some colleges even offer both programs. So you can look side by side and see what the differences are between the two different programs and see what classes are different. And I also highly advise take some of the specific classes for one degree in the other degree's electives. I think that's very, very important. It's one of the strategies that I took when it came to graduating with a degree. I actually have 2 degrees, one in advanced automation and robotics, one of them in industrial technologies, and then I have concentrations in electrical, mechanical, and mechatronics. And I was able to accomplish this by taking some of the classes that were associated for another degree as my electives for another class. These 2 degrees, again, are very, very similar. So you're gonna have to look into how they differentiate. And when it comes to a career path and how they're gonna differentiate in your ability to get a job, it honestly is gonna boil down to what you wanna do. If you wanna do more mechanically related things, then I kind of suggest a mechatronics degree. However, if you wanna do more robotic related things, obviously the robotics degree would be a little bit better. But if you wanna do more, let's say, automation specific things, then the robotics degree might be a better choice for you, especially if you want to get involved in like the programming. I would say especially the programming of robotics, but even when it comes to like PLC, generally you get a little bit more PLC exposure and HMI exposure when it's like an advanced automation and robotics type of course. But again, look at the course themselves. When it comes to the career, it's gonna matter what you do, right? It's gonna matter what you know and what your capabilities are. So if you're going in for a PLC programming type of job, make sure you have as many PLC programming courses as you could potentially take. So that way when you graduate, you can say, I did 3 courses in PLC programming, I did 4 courses in PLC programming, or I did 3 courses in PLC programming and another 3 in robotics programming. So even if you're going for PLC programming, get extra robotics programming, right? Anything that's programming. I did HMI development. If they have specific classes for that, then take those classes as well. So anything that's revolved around the thing that you want to do, in this case, programming, any class that's involved in that, take those type of classes. If there's classes that are related to I/O, classes related to drives or servos, take those type of classes. Maybe even motors and motors controls. That'll probably be in both of the courses, but motors and motor controls, I would say, is actually becoming a little bit more dated. You're starting to see a lot less of that in the industry. You generally have like a motor starter. Everything's really going to like VFDs as we go into like smart technologies, and we want to be able to sense if a motor's going bad and whatnot. So really like your generic starter contactors, which I'm getting a little bit technical, things like that are getting a little bit dated. So motors and motors controls is actually really switching over to being more of VFDs and servo driven type of systems, or like some type of smart motor setup where a smart motor can give feedbacks on the motor itself and the motor's health. So that's just something else to keep in mind. Mechanical people will always be needed in the industry. So the mechanical side of things is also something that's very important to get involved in. Knowing things like gearbox ratios, how to procure another gearbox if one goes bad, or know how to identify the part number if one goes bad. Things like that are also important to know and to learn, and that goes for either side, right? But when it comes to like the mechanical things, like you're gonna need to know, like if this bearing goes out, a lot of times there won't be a part number on it. Like how do you identify like what bearing this is? What's the inside diameter, outside diameter? What kind of bearing it is? And so those are a lot of the things that you'll actually do in mechatronics that you won't do as much in the robotics type of degree. Hopefully that gave you an idea of the difference between robotics courses and mechatronic courses, and helps you like navigate and make a decision if you're choosing between the two degrees and the 2-degree courses. Make sure you subscribe for any more content like this. Check out the MCU, the manufacturing come up if you're interested in other career tips, as well as our many other playlists here on the Elite Automation YouTube channel. Catch you on the next one.